Good morning. I'm vlogging on a non-lockdown day. It is really fresh this morning. The past, I think, 4 days, it has just rained non-stop. And it's quite, oh, I need to sneeze. It's quite sunny outside, but it's really cold this morning. I need to run a couple of errands that I kind of just have to do. I need to get to a post office to post a few more boards that people have purchased from the weekend. Little Miss was supposed to go to one of her best friend's birthday party on the weekend, and it actually got postponed. When it will happen, I don't know. I was actually planning on making her... Can you go get dressed, please?
I get dressed.
This is probably the 5th argument I've had with him this morning to get dressed.
Mommy, get dressed.
Thank you. So as we were going into lockdown, I was actually planning on going out to the shops and buying some fabric to make a frozen outfit for one of her best friends. We went into lockdown and I was like, I'm not going to go out at all. I don't have to. It was pretty obvious the birthday party was going to get cancelled or postponed anyway, and it did. So I'd like to get there today. So 2 locations I need to go to. I do need to wear a mask. I have heard that check-in is pretty strict, which I do anyway.
Mommy.
Can you please get dressed?
Let me get my shoes on.
If it wasn't for the fact that I really needed to get to the post office today, we probably wouldn't go out. Someone is really testing my patience this morning. So that's what we're going to do this morning. Today, I think it's pretty much just going to be a home day. My kids, we went out yesterday, so it wasn't lockdown yesterday. I went to my parents' house and the kids just ran and ran and ran and played and played and played and played, and I was there for I think 7 hours. We left early in the morning, came home in the afternoon. My husband actually had work to do, so it gave him a good chance just to get work done uninterrupted with the kids not being here. So I definitely think they're tired today. They had teeny tiny naps yesterday in the car. So I think once we get back from the shops today, we're just going to have a quiet day. I am going to make a sourdough loaf. I did not make one at all last week, even in the lockdown days. I think I was so focused on doing other recipes with you guys. I'm not going to show you the details of it. I do have 2 videos, one on how to make a sourdough loaf and how to make a sourdough starter. I'm just going to make a sourdough loaf today because tonight for dinner, I think we're going to do the Latina Fresh pasta pack I purchased last week that was in sale in our Coles grocery haul. So I'm going to do that, but I thought I could serve it with some fresh homemade sourdough for dinner. Anyone else do this? I literally had my hair out this morning. It's now tied up. I am getting my hair done.
What is this day today?
Today is Monday. I am getting my hair done on Wednesday. Definitely needs it. I think I just have to like mask up and... Well, I'm assuming I can get my hair done. I'll have to check with my hairdresser that they haven't still got hairdressers unable to do hair. I'm not too sure. Anyway, yeah, that was my question. Does anyone else tie their hair up with plans of having it out for the day? Anyway, I gotta get these guys in the car. Alright, we are home. Did not make it to Spotlight. I just made it to the post office. There was a huge queue and my kids were just too fidgety, so... I wanted to go to Spotlight too. I might go later this afternoon, or when husband gets home I might pop out if Spotlight's open later this evening. I know sometimes they do and they have like a sale on, but I don't know if that's all the time. I'm gonna make a sourdough loaf today. So I took my sourdough starter out the fridge this morning and I fed it before we left and it's bubbling away nicely. So sourdough loaf is ready to go. I'm just gonna do a bit of a refresh in the house. The kids are just finishing off morning tea. They're playing, well they're not playing, they're doing reading eggs on their iPads. Which they enjoy, and I'm more than happy for them to do that. I'm going to boot them outside soon and just clean the kitchen. I've done lots of cooking and baking the past few days, and I can't keep up with the stuff that I'm having to wash up. So when they go outside, I've got a little mermaid over here. When they go outside to play, I'll do like a clean through of the kitchen. This is ironing, so I'm pretty on top of that at the moment. Evie, did you want to go outside and play, Little Mermaid? No. No? Maybe they're not going to go outside and play. We watch the sun go down over the same old town.
Like so many times before, we look at the same old stars, battle the same old wars. Like so many times before. And I know that we're not perfect, but I'm gonna miss all that we had. Yeah, I know that we're not perfect, but I need this night for the last time. Stay, stay. Know you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay. Stay. Know you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay.
Oh, kitchen is clean. It's the best feeling when I have a clean kitchen. I don't know what it is, whether it's because it's in like the center of the house, but my kitchen is clean, dishwasher is half loaded. Yeah, I've got a couple of things in the sink, that's fine. I have moments like this all the time. I was just thinking, I got this unit here off of Marketplace. It's an IKEA drawer set. I got it like really cheap. It's literally brand new, and I'm actually using it as all the kids' arts and craft. I've got plans for this for an arts and craft station when we get to our new home, because we are building like a second lounge room, which will be the kids' rumpus play area. But I'm thinking, because we've still got like 6 months before we move, we've got the renos and that to come. So this is all the arts and craft stuff. I've actually putting this into the lounge room. My kids tend to do arts and craft once a day to some extent, Little Miss more so. I'm actually thinking of doing a bit of reorganising and putting the actual unit here. I'm going to move their tables and chairs. My mum and dad got these from Costco a while ago. Putting their table and chairs either back there or putting them back down here. Don't mind if you can see popcorn over the floor. My kids just had a snack. But I'm thinking about bringing it inside, because I'm finding I'm forever going into the garage, and it might give the kids a bit more independence. Curtain. My kids do no restrictions with their arts and craft and what they're allowed to grab and whatnot. So I think that's going to be my task today. Kids are playing pretty well. We're playing pretty well on the trampoline. Yeah, so doing this corner here, I think it would fit really well down here, and that can get moved. This is just their play mat that I roll up and down all the time, but I can move that. So I think that is gonna be my task. The only thing is, this is actually a pretty solid unit. When I picked it up, I had to take the drawers out and then lift it into the car. So for IKEA, it's not like a cheap Kmart kind of quality. It's actually pretty sturdy. I'm gonna have to probably pull the drawers out, strip it all down, drag it into the lounge room, rebuild it. But hey, I got time.
Feel it in my bones, I can feel it in my veins. Hands in the sky, I can feel the winds of change. You live and you learn, and I hope I've seen enough to make something right.
I will do more of like a tour another day on all of the kids' arts and craft and where everything's from and how I store it. But that actually fits like so well. Just like that PowerPoint is just, I've just got that so it's not sort of cutting off the plug there. So I'm just gonna move the kids' table and chairs. It used to be down the end here and it worked really well, so I think I'm just gonna stick it back there. I think it'll make my life a lot easier too when I say to them to do arts and crafts. They can come in, they can grab their books. Their books are usually down the bottom here. All the extra like bits of cardboard, I keep all scrap bits of cardboard, toilet rolls, all biscuit boxes, everything. So we're not wasting when we do arts and crafts. Because let's face it, I don't keep a lot of the arts and craft my kids do. It is done to keep them occupied, and if I can reuse some cardboard, toilet paper, tissue paper before I put it in the bin, then so be it.
I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again, but life is one big riddle. all the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, 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 running to better times. Go, 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 from my emotions I'll go, 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 running to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times. Remember I was laughing.
I'm just wiping down my benches. I'm just about to put my sourdough loaf on to cook. Do not think it's gonna work. I have just discovered that my scales that I use were half set on grams, and then I think the second half when I was weighing them, measuring them, it went to milliliters. So I don't know the measurements that went into that dough, and it definitely had a different texture. And my sourdough starter this morning just seemed really wet. So I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. It could be a complete fail. It could come out hard as a rock. I don't know. Just take it as it comes. But for dinner tonight, we are going to be doing the Tina Fresh. It came in the groceries on Friday. I've still got like 20 days to use it before it goes, before it becomes expired, I should say, and the sauce has got like 2 months on it. I'm going to cut up a bunch of veggies to go into it just to sort of bulk it up a bit. Supposed to have it with a sourdough loaf. Don't know if it's going to work. I cook this separate, pull out some, and then I stir through the sauce. My kids are a bit hit and miss with the sauce. I'm going to serve some extra things on the side for the kids, like some cucumber, cheese, and tomatoes. But my husband and I are just going to have a big hearty bowl of some pasta tonight. I'm not in the mood, but I want to share with you how to make sushi from home. It is really simple. My kids actually really like it, and I'd like it to become a lunch thing for when my son starts school next year. Like once a fortnight or once a week, I might do some little sushis for him. So I'm going to extend this video over 2 days, and I'm going to do sushi tomorrow with you, whether that's for lunch or for like dinner. It'll become my husband's lunch the next day. I'm going to share it, but we'll just keep rolling with it for now. But I am going to cut this vlog. Well, this vlog will be one for you, but I'm going to cut it over 2 days. So I really want to share how simple sushi is. And I got everything from Coles. I have not bought sushi ingredients for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and I've got plenty of stuff I can use in my fridge and freezer and pantry to make.
If you keep this up, then I'll let you in, 'cause you have a way with me like no one else. Yeah, you almost make me fall in love. Yeah, you got me hypnotized under your spell.
Good afternoon. It is the next day. Last night was an absolute schmozzles. I cooked the bread. I badly burnt my hand. It's fun. We're dealing with that. I cooked that sourdough loaf. It went in the bin. It was so salty. Yeah, it's got a straw, so hold it down. Yeah, it was probably the worst sourdough loaf I've ever made. I definitely think my scales were in milliliters, not grams. How that changed, I don't know. How you could have a scale in milliliters, I do not know. It's milliliters. I checked, it's milliliters. I also have a feeling I put too much salt in, like I weighed my measurements. I didn't check my recipe, and I think I assumed a certain weight, and it was wrong. My kids are having afternoon tea. But for dinner tonight, it's gonna be a bit of a mishmash of things. We've got some leftovers. I think my kids are gonna have a bit of 2-minute noodles, and I'm gonna make some sushi. I shared this before on a live on YouTube, on Instagram, and deleted the live as soon as it was done. So that's now gone. So I thought I'd film it on here for you. Really simple. I've got all the ingredients from Coles, so let me show you. Okay, so you need some sushi rice. This is the brand I use here. I just get it from Coles. I cook the 1 cup, just follow the instructions on the bag. So I've got 1 cup of rice, uncooked equals 3 cups. I have cooked it and it has cooled down. It's nice and sticky, and this usually gives me 2 sheets of nori to use. Again, this is I just got this from Coles here, so I'm gonna probably use 2 sheets of this tonight. We love this here. This is just the pickled ginger we get from Coles. We use that to garnish on top. We don't use wasabi or soy sauce here. We just prefer pickle. Now for filling, you can use anything you want. I've got cucumber and I've just sliced some cucumber up. I've got chicken, because we're doing chicken tonight. You could use tuna or just vegetarian. These are the chicken strips, tenders that I've used. And I've just cooked them, cut them in half and let them cool down. I'm gonna cut up an avocado just into, again, slices, probably the same thickness as that there. And I'm gonna garnish some sesame seeds on one of them. I'm gonna do the sushi 2 different ways so you can see. My kids prefer it one way. My husband and I prefer either way. You will need, well, I find, because I'm not an expert in this, you will need a sushi rolling mat. I find it really helps. And for one of the sushi techniques, you will need, or you'll find it much easier for cleaning up and putting it together, some Glad wrap. So let's roll some sushi. I'm going to make I call it the inside out sushi first. So I get 1 sheet of nori. You will find there's a smooth side and more of a rough side. I use the rough side to put the rice onto. I put a couple of dollops of rice into the nori, and then what I do is I wet my hands and I pat it all down. Just lightly wet hands, and then I mold the rice to fit the nori. I made this before with the rice, like putting a thick layer of rice on, and I didn't enjoy it because it just tasted like rice. So I have learnt to probably go a bit lighter on the rice, but if you're not like a massive sushi fan, or you don't love the taste of nori, which is seaweed, maybe go a bit heavier on the rice, but I like just like a really thin layer. I don't know how well you're gonna see this on camera, guys. And I'm not an expert. Maybe I'm doing this totally wrong. I don't know. Okay, rice on the nori. What then I do, this is just to make it look pretty, guys. I mean, don't have to do this. I just get some sesame seeds and sprinkle it over the rice. Totally not important, that step. I like it. I'm sure some sesame seeds have some sort of goodness for you. Not my channel to find out that info though. Then what you're going to do is turn this upside down. Bring that a bit back to front then, guys. See, I'm no expert. Your Glad wrap's gonna go on top of this rice. This is my inside out sushi. Again, I'm sure there's a proper word to use for it, but whatever. Pat it down so it sticks, and then you're gonna flip it. So what I have now is my sushi rolling mat, a line of Glad wrap, sesame seeds, rice, and then my nori. In the middle section, okay, I'm gonna put in my fillings. Your fillings can be whatever you want. I had a really nice one, probably not traditional sushi, but it was cream cheesed chicken, peach, and I think something else, and oh, it was so good. This avocado was definitely ready to be eaten today, so lucky I'm doing that. I can't believe how cheap avocados are at the moment. It's And yet I'm paying almost $5 a kilo for bananas. Now, I'm guessing this is probably the most difficult part for a lot of people, but the rolling. So all I do is literally fold this until it reaches here. Get my mat and give it a little push in. And kind of tuck and roll. Again, I'm not the person to explain this very well. And roll, and roll, and roll, and roll. And you should get some sort of a roll coming out the other side. So that, guys, is a rolled sushi. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is it homemade? Yes. What I then do is I get a bread knife. I wet it. You don't need to see my plate yet, do you? And then I cut. Probably should have wet my hand. You can see the rice sticking to it. So it's pretty simple. Some days when I make sushi, I nail it. Other days, I truly fail, and it's just a big old lump of ingredients, but that's fine. The end part here is a bit questionable. They're coming! But there you go, that's the inside of these ones. I'm gonna make it now the other way around with the seaweed on the outside and the rice in the middle.
I'll go home with you tonight. Oh, wanna get you closer to my body. Wanna feel your hands all over me. Gotta make them jealous, everybody. 'Cause you know we got it, chemistry. I get all around me. I get chemistry. I get you and me. Yeah, you know we got it, chemistry.
And like I said, husband and I have it with the pickled ginger. See my face. I'm yet to make the little ones. I know you can get like little sushi rolls, which I think I'll end up making for little man once a fortnight, once a month when he starts school. Not gonna lie, my kids are currently eating 2-minute noodles. 2-minute noodles. And they're gonna have a little bit of sushi. They like it, they don't love it. They wouldn't sit there and eat like 10 rolls, and my husband and I, we would. I do not have chopsticks, I need to buy chopsticks. But that is how I make sushi. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna end the video there, so you pretty much got kind of 2 half days rolled into one vlog for yourself. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll talk soon. Have a good night, guys. Bye.